Good morning, everybody. This is Robin, and today's book we're going to talk about is Stephen King's book, It. Publisher, Viking Penguin Incorporated, pages 1138. It is a coming of age horror novel about seven children in Derry, Maine, who experience shape-shifting entity better known as Pennywise the Dancing Clown. Written in five parts to show the passage of time, Stephen King's characters and their flaws, plus their strength, are well developed and easily relatable. His descriptions of the town of Derry and meticulous details of Pennywise are both visually eerie and frightening, just as any fan of Mr. King's books would expect. The story begins with the brutal murder of Bill Denborough's younger brother Georgie by Pennywise. And as more suspicious disappearances begin to happen in Derry, Bill Denborough, Mike Hanlon, Stan Uris, Ben Hansen, Richie Tozer, Beverly March, and Eddie Kasabak create the Losers Clubs because nobody, pays any attention to them, and they're also ignored by their parents and police because who believes in an evil entity, lurking in the sewers beneath the town of Derry? In the library, and finding a way to defeat Pennywise using the ritual of the Chud, which is a battle of the wills, Bill, Beverly, Mike, Stan, Richie, Ben, and Eddie confront the entity in the sewers and ultimately defeating it. But however, it's never permanent because they discover that Pennywise re-emerges every 27 years. The remaining losers leave Derry and their memory of it fading with time because they can't stand to be in a town that scares them and frightens them all the time. So you can understand that. But it's 27 years later now, and the children are adults. Mike Hanlon was the only one who stayed in Derry, and when he realizes that it has returned because more children are missing, Mike calls the other losers to make sure that they fulfill their childhood promises to come back if Pennywise appeared again and destroy him forever. However, this causes buried memories of their horrific past to resurface, causing each of their deep anxieties to reappear and affect their daily lives. As each one prepares to face the monster once more, life has not been the same for some of the group, while others are more successful. Stan Uris, unable to cope with the resurfacing trauma, commits suicide, leaving the remaining losers to go into the sewers for one last confrontation. Now, Beverly Marsh has lived a life of domestic abuse. Ben Hanscom struggles with his weight. Richie Tozer chooses to be a comedian as a career. And wealthy Eddie Kasabak owns a limousine company, while Bill Denborough is now a well-known novelist. So, to be sure, you readers, please read part 5. It's the ritual of the Chud. It's very descriptive, and it shows the group, and how they come about trying to come up with a plan to defeat Pennywise. And so during this confrontation, one of the group losers loses his life for the sake of his friends. Another finally destroys its physical form, and as a massive rainstorm, it finally washes away its reign of terror over Derry. Now, okay, all my readers here who listen to my videos, if that isn't enough intrigue for you to read this entire book in its entirety, I don't know what will. So until next time, I pray that each of you continue writing and reading any and every book that you may find that finds interest in you. So this is Stephen King's It. It's the 1986 version. So bye-bye.